Welcome to the channel. Today we are putting the fence back, putting the post in, putting the wire in, and then
raking the rows.
Yeah,
the professional raker here.
I'll be raking it in a rows with, I think Jacob's helping me.
And then I'm going to plant.
There you go. Stay tuned. I think that's it, honey.
Oh, great. This was such a great idea, the board.
Yeah, why don't you start laying them out? I'll start putting posts up. Yeah, after all these years of gardening, we finally got a system down, huh? Yeah, you know, it's like Swiss exactness. Okay, so we've discovered over the years many different gardening techniques, many different fences, animals jumping through it, moose getting in your garden. It's always like a big deal to have a really good garden fence, and then be able to get a tractor in there and till all around. You can never get to the edge because there's a fence there, and then weeds grow and you run into the fence. So one year, a few years ago, we had this brainstorm. We go, wow, let's use some of that wire and let's just tie it on each year temporarily, and let's just put the posts in a little bit. It takes 20 minutes to take the fence out. It takes maybe a half an hour to put the fence back. You can till it all nicely. The edges are neat. It takes a lot less time to take the fence in and out than it does to get in there with the tractor and try to navigate and screw things up and do a bad job. So I think this has kind of become a lot of years of perfection. Yeah, I don't want to look at it now, baby. It's not very good. I'm gonna have to move one of them. I'm pretty damn embarrassed about that one post. It's got to move. If you go way to the end and look, this last post I put in is horrible out of the way. My daddy is rolling over in his grave right now.
I can even see it's out, and I don't even have the Swiss eye.
Yeah, it's kind of doable. You know, we can just tilt this one out a little bit. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Okay, keep going down the row, putting the boards in place. Let's make this happen, Captain. I'm gonna get you. Stay ahead of me. Oh, no daggum slackers in this garden. I can taste them carrots already.
Well, Otto's the mad raker. He rakes a really good hill, so he's always got the job of raking my rows. And so, so anyway, I put my carrots along here, some lettuce too, but mostly this is just a carrot row. And so I'll just put little grooves in here and plant carrots. And then I usually have 4 rows in here of veggies. So the rows will come about like next row will be here, next row there, next row there. Anyway, so yeah, there'll be rows put in. Otto's going to do the raking. He's just a fiend when it comes to raking, so I always hire him to do my garden raking. It gets done much faster than me raking it. Anyway, here he's making a sweet row for carrots, topping it off all flat. That looks beautiful, dear.
Yep, it is.
I still have some weeds to pick out.
Your garden, honey.
I know you do like the carrots.
No, it's your garden. Okay, yeah.
That looks really nice. Well, you want to take a breather on the raking and just put the fence up?
Oh yeah, the fence. Oh yeah. I ain't got it like you used to do. Okay.
All right, well, we could do the fence and then come back to this.
How's that looking?
It looks beautiful.
That'll be good, huh?
Beautiful.
One more row there, one more row there. Yeah. Okay, so just tie a temporary shoe tie here. Leave the string long, no need to cut it. We can do the adjustment later. We may have to get a lot more or less more. So this is totally temporary. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Pick it up. We got plenty of overlap, so.
I need more this way. Yeah, now I don't have to worry about the moose and the baby moose eating the kale. Anyway, thank you, dear.
Yeah, you
This is
betcha.
awesome.
You betcha. I'm gonna go in there and start raking, I guess. That's next.
Vegetables, here we come.
Got another little honeydew done and gonna take a little breather and then go rake the rows and watch Charlotte plant, and then we're gonna watch the garden grow. And we're gonna eat good things. Okay, we're gonna start raking rows. Let's get it done.
Sweetness. I got these two guys working like crazy, making rows. We're gonna have a garden.
Oh, every Alaska woman likes that stuff, don't she?
This is fantastic, you guys. I think you did that in, what, 20 minutes? 15 minutes? Half-half. Half-half. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
This is amazing.
All neat and trim. Mike Mulligan couldn't have done better.
Next step, planting. Woo! Got some pretty weather. This was supposed to be a beautiful day, but I've been waiting out another rainy deluge. It's been days of rain and wind and really hard to deal with the garden. We were barely able to get the rows in without making mud on a lot of the rainy days. So finally, I'm gonna plant the garden. I'm excited about it, but I've just been sitting, waiting out these rainstorms. And it's late now, getting this thing planted, so I'm gonna just get going. And I'm gonna start with some lettuce down on the lower rows. I usually have my short plants on the southern side of the garden, and then as they get taller, they're on the northern end of the garden, so they're not blocking the sun from the shorter plants. So here I go. I'm gonna start out with some lettuces. Them in. Okay, all my lettuce is in, and the rest of that row with the lettuce in it is going to be carrots, and I do that by seed, so I'm going to do that in a little bit. What I really need to do today is get these poor starts out of their tiny little pots so that they can get growing. And so that's my priority, and then I'll do the seeds. My next row up is beets, and my beets are really little and sad in these containers. I started them way too early. They really need room to spread out and grow. So these guys are next, and They're not too tall, so they won't shade the next row up. Well, I finished the row of beets, and that was the one that I really wanted to get into the ground fast because they were suffering in their little containers. I'm going to go ahead and water the ones that I've done now, and then I'm going to start on the Swiss chard. I'm using my little tiny watering container, even though it's inefficient as far as amount of water it can carry. I won't make such a stream on this little tiny plant that I'll blow it out of the ground, so I've just got to take several trips. Next, I'm doing the Swiss chard. Once again, my starts are really pretty puny. I started them a long time ago, but they really needed to get out of these small containers. But once I get them in the ground, they're going to flourish, and it's amazing how fast they grow. This is a little bit of kale sharing the same pot. I'll do that in an upper row, but right now, I'm going to do the Swiss chard. Okay, Swiss chard is in, and the rain has started again. I'm gonna water everything, then maybe start again in a few minutes when this rain is over. Well, that rain squall is over, so I came back out to finish up planting the kale. Kale is one of my favorite vegetables to grow. It's so easy to store for the winter. You don't have to blanch it. You can just cut it up and stick it in baggies and throw it in the freezer. And I always plant enough kale so that we have it through the whole winter. I've still got beets, carrots, and kale that we're eating from last year's garden, so that's really nice. Can't wait to have some fresh stuff. I finished planting all the kale starts, and now I'm going to plant a little bit of dill. Dill is an awesome herb to put on halibut, so here I go. I'm excited about some fresh dill. That's it for my starts right now. I got them out of their little tiny containers, and they'll be much happier in the ground. I still have a lot of seeds to plant in the garden and a few other starts that aren't so unhappy in the containers. I have some sunflowers started, which I'm not going to plant right now. Anyway, next step is we're just going to watch this grow, and of course there will be weeding. But I'm really relieved to get all these plants in the ground. Kind of did it in between rainstorms, and it's supposed to be sunny for a few days, so that'll really be nice for everything, for my mental health, for the plants, and we'll see how the garden grows.